Alright guys, it's finally done. After hours and hours, maybe a few mental breakdowns, this is the most majestic castle I have ever built. Just look at this thing, the scale, the symmetry, the view. I mean, from the front, it's absolutely beautiful. And then you turn around and you've got the waterfall in the back. Like, either way, this is just a gorgeous base location. But I'm going to quickly show you all the details and what happened before we get into today's build. So as far as the top of the castle, we have just a regular, I pulled 4 ceilings out and then did window walls up straight. And then we used the quarter walls and pillars, like the little half pillars and quarter railings with the steampunk design to do like this little middle bit here. And then I also did the wood pillars with the steampunk skin as well. If you can see up higher, I did it up top as well. There you go, right there through that little corner. This build honestly took so long, and seeing it come together, it feels so unreal. I swear, every time I say I was going to build something small, it turned into this. So yeah, we are living the luxurious castle life now. But I kind of made this like a lookout higher area, even though you can't get up there right now. I did not add stairs or anything because I do have the idea of actually building a lookout like over there in that corner. Just so, woo, we almost jumped off the top of the castle. That could have been bad. But yeah, I started out with just a regular window wall, and then I added these sloped roofs on top and just went all the way around and followed it down with the quarter walls. And I used the wood on the outside just to give it that extra bit of detail. And again, still keeping the steampunk pillars in here. And I did the same thing on the other side, and I am debating on turning this part where you see like the little fire and stuff out that way towards the front like I did with that one. But I was a little like, oh, how do I do this? How do I make it go the right direction and everything? But I figured it out, so I'm debating if I do want to redo all of that again. Yeah, so if you see, all I did was close it off underneath, and then I added these skins on the little fireplaces from the Astraeos mod, and that's really it, with the steampunk on top and the flag. I mean, I think that looks freaking sick. I love it. And then to give it that little castle-y vibe, I did the quarter walls, and we're almost dying of heat. Hopefully we'll be okay. I pumped a lot into fortitude. I did the short pillars going up and across, and then the steampunk version over here with the sloped walls and then the sloped roofs. I love the roof, by the way, for this. It looks so great. Alright, so let's go ahead and head on down to the inside. Actually, I do want to show you the main gate because that has to be my favorite part yet. But yeah, I just added a bunch of detail up here. If you guys want to know any of the mods I've used, I will leave it down below. Just let me know in the comments. So right here, I did the triangle foundations and then brought it up by just all solid walls with the frontier glass skin on it. And then, yeah, that's pretty much it. Nothing special, nothing crazy. But I will say this has to be the most majestic build I've ever done. And it looks freaking phenomenal. I love it. I really do. All right, so there are 3 main gates, and all I did was put the steampunk, and then I took out a wall, did the quarter walls, and then added the fire in the middle, and then some chain on top of it, just to kind of give it that like, ooh, do not enter or else vibe. I don't know. I thought it looked awesome though. Look at the top of it. I mean, that little castle-y stuff that you see in like Game of Thrones or whatever, stuff like that. That looks so good. That's what I was trying to aim for. Alright, so yeah, you can see it's all the exact same. Nothing's really different but the front. Alright, so this is going to be the back, but we're going to get into that in just a second because I need to show you guys the inside of this beautiful masterpiece. Oh yeah. Goddamn, look at this. So I did the oil lamps up top and then some more standing lamps right on the side just to give some more light because it gets very, very dark in here. But yeah, this is like our little sun area, I guess, just to bring a whole bunch of extra light in and some detail. And that pillar is not supposed to be there. I need to remove that. That is an absolute eyesore. So I used some of the trophy wall mounts, and for the mod, all you do is put it on the wall and then you put the skin on. So I think these look pretty good. It helps out the vibe a little bit. They are the same photo, which does kind of suck. I wish I could have changed it, but I think it looks good. Let me know what you guys think. And then this is my little bed area. We got a couple benches in here, some light post, and then I did add like 4 or 5 of the shag rugs. It is so beautiful. I love it with the vines and everything. Like, this looks so good. Like, hands down, this has to be one of the best builds I've ever done. And it's only the beginning. I have so much more I want to do. So let's go ahead and get into our courtyard. Let me close my front door just in case a bear wants to try and come in here. That's about all that is really spawned is some bears, diplos, brontos, and trikes. So we should be good. I'm also thinking about making a flag and like you know the personalized flags that you can paint and put it like House Nova or something. Like this is literally a queen's view from right here. I say queen because I'm a queen, not a king. But you get the gist. Oh my gosh, it looks awesome. All right, so this is the base of the design I want to do for our courtyard. It took a lot of finagling because the ground is not even right here at all. I'll show you this little bit over here. The rock is just that's not moving, and I cannot get the structure to lay flat. And it would not be a problem if we had triangle ceilings. Like I know we have the roofs and stuff and the sloped walls, but we need triangle ceilings. That would make my life so much easier when building, because I am not a professional builder like some of you guys out there at all. Like this is probably the best build I've done ever. So it's getting better. It's like, you know, looking for levels on ARK. You see a 50, a 90, and then 100, and then you finally find your 150. I'm getting there. Okay, so let's go ahead and get back on our RG because we are going to have to be pulling a lot of resources over here. I've got a crap ton made already, so let's go ahead and get some walls. All right, so I'm just going to pull 100, and hopefully it'll only pull 100. Did it work? No, of course not. I don't know why, but it never actually pulls the amount that I need. Let's put that over there, and then let's just split half. I should be able to carry those. Right? No, I can't carry those? What the heck? Let's give our RG some more weight, though. There we go. Perfect. I think I need to be putting some more points into my weight. Like, that is... Golly. Why are there so many? Oh, that makes sense. They all went right there. Okay, well, I guess I kind of wasted that. I could have put it into fortitude or stem or health or something, but... So this is the idea. Crap. Actually, I wanted to make these windows because I want it to kind of look out, I guess. I have a vision in my head, guys, so just bear with me. So I'm going to pull these back up. Okay, so we're going to restart this whole thing. But that is like the design that I want to do. So we're going to go 4 up, and then we're going to go 2... Oop, wrong way. We're going to go 2 over because I do want to have the archway, and we're not going to be able to get it if I only go 1 over. All right, so... The tricky part right here is to get these lined up. Let's go that way, and then I'm just going to do this the whole way up, and you'll see what it looks like here in just a minute. Okay, so this is basically what it's going to look like all the way around by 2, so we can have the archways all the way across, and then these areas that I already have put out, I could not do the foundations properly, so we're going to make those into like little gates or entrances, I guess, just because I could not lay the foundations down properly. But we're going to go ahead and do our quarter walls across. Can I get one up high? Perfect. And then go all the way across. I should probably be in first person. Makes it so much easier. Oh yeah, I'm so glad we got an RG though, guys. That just made my life so much easier doing this entire build. And our Lymantria, actually, because the RGs, they love to just keep flying, but the Lymantrias stop. So it's easy to place those pieces that you need to be very, very still. So speaking of flying, actually I'm going to go ahead and fly up here. I'm going to land on this little roof. Okay, I hope I don't fall off. Woo! Ooh, okay, that was really, really close. Let me put our quarter walls on my hotbar. There we go. So I'm just going to go across right here. All right, so I got that little bit done. I'm really running into the issue where everything is pulling. It doesn't matter if I say like 50 or 100, everything starts pulling. So you are maxed out on weight. We're just going to have to keep walking back to our ROG. But yeah, I'm going to show you guys from the front here. It looks better from the front than the back for sure. We're going to be adding some detail like some pillars and stuff like that just to make this look thicker, I guess, because it looks very flat. I don't like how it looks flat. Yeah, I'm going to do this all the way around, and then I will bring you back. So we've almost got this complete, but right now it's pretty much big and empty. I want this to feel alive, like a royal courtyard with gardens, maybe a greenhouse in the middle, and if we can get a well, possibly, or make something that looks like a well. Speaking of water, I'm thirsty. But I've got a layout in mind, and I did have to do a little bit of finagling right here because I did not realize that you could not attach like the ceilings up top, they would not go together. So I had to just go straight across with all of this, make it one big wall. And then over here, I did kind of the same thing, kept the archway on that side because that was actually doable. And then I added some quarter walls up top and then put in our stone gate because I did say this was going to be like a little gateway because, again, there are no foundations right there. I could not get them to fit, and it would not look pretty if I did just walls across, you know, they'd be cut off and everything. It just wouldn't look good. So I think this is what we're going to stick with. Let's see if I can actually make this good without accidentally deleting half the wall again. I did that earlier. But I just wanted to give you a little mid update, and I will bring you back once we are pretty much all the way done, and then we'll add in some pillars and fancy stuff. So this is kind of what I'm thinking. It's turning out somewhat good, I would say. I hope you guys like it. We've got the railings with the steampunk, and then I did the roofing, and then we've got, again, with the, whoop, oh, let me get that good angle. We've got the sloped walls, and then we have the actual roof pieces, and then same up here in the front and on the sides. The only problem is that little hole right there. I cannot get rid of it. I've tried everything I possibly can think of. So we're not going to look at it. We're going to pretend it's not there. Again, I am not like the most amazing builder in the whole wide world of ARK. I'm not going to claim to be at all, but I would definitely say this is looking out really, really good. I'm just going to keep on adding this all the way around and then maybe do some more pillars and stuff and try and do something with those sloped walls down there. Oh, let me try and get that angle for you guys again. These right here. I want to do something to those. I'm not sure what, but they need to look deeper, denser, just something better. Okay guys, I think we're finally getting somewhere, and honestly, my favorite part of the build is always the detail work, so mwah, look at this, it looks beautiful. We still have that skin on there. I did add the frontier as well. I think it was the steampunk one, if I remember correctly. So all we did was, let me see if I can land up here. That's why I had our land entry out, because I love RGs, but they just don't stay still. So the last thing I showed you guys was how we were doing the roof bits and then the railings and all that. So all I really did was use the sloped roofs, and then I did the sloped walls on the sides there, and then I did the railings up top, and then the same thing right here. I did 2 of the sloped walls, and then I just added around the sloped roofs. So this is where it got tricky though. There's only one little block right here. There's only one ceiling to do anything with. So this took me about 30 minutes to actually figure out what I wanted to do. But we finally figured it out. I did 2 sloped walls on each side, and then I did the slanted roof in the back. And then we just did the railings in the front just to give it a little bit of texture, make it look pretty. And then in the back side, we did all of the slanted roof pieces. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think that's like 6 of them. And then at the end, we ended off with another roof, just a regular roof. But yeah, I think it all came together quite nicely. I love this part. Like, that's probably my favorite part of everything. And then you can see the background because the steampunk has like 2 sides to the skin. It's absolutely amazing. And now we just have a crap ton of pillars, guys. I think I made like 280 pillars total, I had to guess. Maybe more, possibly. I think I've used, oh no, I still have 20 left. Okay. Yeah, and then this spot we just did like a little, to keep all the critters and stuff out of here. I want to keep that stone though, like this bit right there. Just kind of keep it like the castle vibe going on. And then I think we did that side, and then this one right here. That wasn't really an area to get over here because they all have the little roofy pieces, but I think it fits. I think it works. Let me know what you guys think, because I am definitely open to changing stuff around. I might change stuff around. Oh, it's like once I start, I'm like, oh, this looks good. Oh, that looks good. No, it doesn't. Never mind. Change my mind. Just to keep everything from not looking like a complete mess, I just wanted to have somewhat of a specific area for everything, and I actually forgot to do that over here. Whoops. Actually, I think we might add some pillars going up these. So I'm going to go ahead and do this real quick. Okay, so I'm like extremely iffy about having the frontier wood instead of the stone. Let me know what you guys think. Should we keep the stone or should we keep the frontier wood in these pieces? I really like the stone, but at the same time, I feel like the wood gives it like that majestic garden type of area. Well, it's definitely starting to come together. This is going to be our little garden area, maybe a few benches, and ooh, we could do like some light post and then add some of those vines from that skin. Make it feel all cozy, right? But I definitely want to have like some type of fountain or something, like a well or anything around here, because I know I have the river, but I'm wondering if we could add a well possibly or build something that looks like a well. But for the roof of the greenhouse, I'm thinking just something very unique. Maybe like keep that the same structure types going with the pointy bits. But for now, this already feels pretty alive. You can just walk out of the castle doors and actually feel like you're going into a real courtyard. Like, I know the fog's bad and everything, but god damn, I did a good job, I feel like. This area right here, I still have no idea what we're gonna do with it, so I will go figure that out. If you guys have any tips, leave it in the comments down below. Oh, that's gonna be a pain in the behind. It's officially the next day. A lot of grinding, a lot of exhaustion, and a lot of caffeine to keep this going. But it's finished, for the most part. So this is our greenhouse. I think it came out absolutely phenomenal. Definitely what I had in mind. So we did the steampunk for the foundations, and then I did two up the greenhouse walls, and then I added the vines around the side, the lamp post, and then my favorite is the inside. We've got the two beautiful cherry blossom trees right in the middle, and then I actually went ahead. Where did my dung beetle go? Where are you? Because you're on wander. I went ahead and went back to that loot cave and tamed ourselves a little level 20 dung beetle. And now we can finally get some fertilizer going. But yeah, this is pretty much all that it is. Nothing crazy, but I think it's pretty special because I made it. So I decided to go ahead and make this a bridge. Yeah, I added some stairs right there, and then the other side of the bridge is not finished, but this side is. We did all the way across, just two ceilings all the way down, pillars, and then I did quarter walls across with the quarter wall railings, and then I just added the steampunk on the sides. Then I went up with the roofs and did that all the way across. Yeah, this was a lot of work, a lot of grinding. But yeah, this is the other side. It is not finished yet. Wow, that is beautiful. Oh my gosh, this view. I could live here like in real life, seriously. Oh, but I'm gonna keep working on this, guys. But I hope you enjoyed the video, and let me know what you think. If you have any details, comments, anything you want to let me know that you like or dislike, I'm always open to hearing those. And there it is, guys. The most majestic castle I've ever built. Absolutely gorgeous. And Pteranodon, you are in my greenhouse. Stay out of there. It's not yours. The towers, the walls, I mean, the courtyard. I can't even believe how good this looks. It's officially becoming a full freaking kingdom. I'm honestly so proud of how this one turned out. There's still a lot more to do, maybe some secret rooms, a little bit more detail. But if you guys enjoyed the tour and the build, make sure to whack that like button, subscribe if you're new, and if you made it this far watching, I'm gonna quickly show you guys an outro of the castle.